I mean, it would have taken a lot less longer if I'd shut the fuck up, but no, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Ah.
I wanted to give you the knowledge before my internet got cut, but doesn't look like it's getting cut right now. Huh. No, it's not Friday, it's Thursday.
Alright, let's see.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me.
What does this bitch have to say?
We mourn our divine. A naive
Lots of nasty
and
things about you.
beautiful heart,
Literally.
silenced by treachery.
Always fun.
You wonder what will become of a
Pretty much, yeah.
murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. No servant of anything beyond his selfish greed.
Ah.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I am simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
Madness!
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition and the people will be safe once more.
Bonk.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Was that display supposed to impress me?
On the contrary, it wasn't for you at all.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Well
Lord
then.
Seeker?
Creating a
He's a nice
heretical
guy, isn't he?
movement.
Yeah.
Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Well then.
See that in Dragon Age, hating the Templars is a completely
Has Lord
viable
Lucius
thing
gone
to do.
mad?
Fuck him.
Yep.
Doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Return to Haven? You sure about that?
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Oh, here's the arrow.
Yep. You don't necessarily need to do that now.
No, but like, I can also get the Circle Mage Messenger. I can also talk with him.
Yeah, no, you'll get the invitations to both companions. At least one of them, which is this one, you can go there right away and just get her. Which is the only thing that is a whole cutscene. Like, you don't need to actually do anything while you're there, which is great.
Oh, that's good.
You just teleport there, get a cutscene, then you're done.
Okay, I'm level 5, so I can select another skill.
Yeah. I'd select the one to the bottom left, like the guy with the bow that's walking.
Strafing
Good.
shots.
Yeah, because you can walk a bit quicker while you're shooting,
Okay.
which is pretty handy because you walk really goddamn slow while you're shooting normally. I don't have that skill in my character right now because it's one of the skills I had to sacrifice in order to get that build as early as I did. So once you get the right level, you will respec and your body won't get that skill yet back, but eventually you can get it back.
It is in the inner circle.
In a circle, that's where all the companion quests are stored. Makes sense for the name.
Vivienne. Oh god.
Yeah, that's one of the more disliked companions in this entire game. So have fun with that.
I'm going. To be fair,
I don't necessarily hate her myself, but I don't really care for her either. Which I think is why most people kind of hate her, because she's just not interesting and quite boring, to be honest. She starts out in that cutscene pretty interesting, but throughout the game it's just nothing, really.
Red handkerchief.
Yep, you need to find all 3 of those. And then you get a message, basically, and it tells you where to go. And that's actually pretty hilarious. Recruiting Sarah is pretty funny. So that's the follower you get with this. You'll see that yourself once you actually go ahead and do it. I don't want to spoil that, but it's pretty funny. There's a lot of humor in this game, surprisingly. Which not necessarily a bad thing.
I suppose so.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages. Gentle liars.
I can examine this. That didn't give me anything, for fuck's sake.
3.
More experience to just finding something. Red handkerchief, that's number 2.
Handkerchief.
Reading!
Yeah, for the other one you want to press M and go to the map. Because you need to go up like an elevator, but you can only do that with thingies. And then up the right top you get like layers. Yeah, and then you see the one you need to go to. That's like the little symbol next to it of the quest.
Yes.
You don't actually have to physically walk there, you can just teleport to it and you find a map.
Okay.
Because they're fast travel symbols and you can literally just fast travel to them. Yay! There you go. And then you go to the world map, I think, and then you've got 2 more locations around where this one is. Yeah, right above it. So you go there for both of these companion things.
Well, I first have.
You'll get this.
If I might have a moment of your time.
No, you don't. You don't get a moment of my time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
Help us!
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Is this like the top of
Come,
Hinterlands?
let us return to Haven.
Yeah, like the right top-ish.
Hey, that's actually where I wanted to go earlier as well, like that was blocked off. Nice. They were telling me that, like, it was like closed off anyway. But like I had like a part of like my objective wasn't there. That's why I wanted to go there.
Right.
But I have not done the horses thing.
Yeah, you don't need to do it instantly. It just gives you quite a pretty cool shit.
Yeah, I've just been doing like side quests and such, like anything that I really was able to do. If I found a new location, I instantly went in there first.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this game that I like. There's no really immediate rush to anything that you do. Do it at your own pace, because there's no like invisible timer or whatever that says that you need to do X and Y mission before this and that time or whatever.
Yeah, true.
And because it's a game that has a pretty heavy emphasis on exploration to begin with, getting it done, it's pretty goddamn rewarding.
Yes.
Like, I get where some people are coming from, where most of the side activities there feel like basically busy work, which in some cases it kind of is. But at the same time, it has a lot of... I don't know, it kind of makes sense, to be honest. So if you were to just rush all of the story missions without a care in the goddamn world, it doesn't feel right, because the Inquisition itself doesn't, like, grow in any way. Like, sure it does, but all behind the scenes. Right now it feels like you're actually actively, helping the people of the world and helping the Inquisition grow, which makes sense.
Yep. I think I've actually done this one. Like, I remember like this location.
Yeah. It's always best to get all of the companions before the actual mission where Haven gets attacked. Getting them all before that is fine, because you get the last one, I think, during the Haven attack. Because if you either go to if you pick the mages or the Templars, they each have like their own mission. It's completely different from the other one. And you find one of the companions there, and the one that you would have gotten from the other guys, they'll show up during the attack on Haven. So you get them all anyway.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
This guy's a fucking clown.
Just say what?
What is that?
Okay, I like that.
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're
Yeah, Sarah's a pretty eccentric character.
All that talk and then you're just
Yeah.
a person.
Don't think she has the capability of
good,
taking
isn't it?
anything
The
seriously.
important thing is you glow.
Anything.
You're the herald thingy.
Sure, why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't
Sure,
think
why
it's
not?
manners.
I glow.
My people just said the Inquisition should look at
Yeah, she's
Your people?
talking about the
No.
hand thing, by the way.
No.
I know.
People.
But apparently I
Sarah, this
glow.
is cover. Get
Yeah,
round
no,
it.
I mean, technically you
For the
do, yeah.
reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no
Yep,
breaches.
you're going to get attacked by a whole bunch of guys with no pants on.
So she stole my pants pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. She could have stole something useful, like their weapons or whatever, but no pants. And honestly, I don't blame her. This is hilarious.
Nothing better.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Wow, I can just pretty much say first you have to make sense.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm going to be
How
nice
about we
enough.
get to know
I don't
each
know
other
why, but
first?
this game has a
You know,
very
the
heavy
Inquisition.
emphasis on Sarah is completely
One
weird and you
No,
might not
wait,
like that. You
two.
might want to
It's-
kick her out the Inquisition
well,
because
it's like
every
this.
conversation with her, you've
I
got
sent you a
basically
note to look for hidden
the
stuff by
ability to
my
kick her out
friends.
the Inquisition
The
for
friends
whatever
of Red
reason.
Jenny.
And no
That's
other
me.
character kind of has
Well,
that.
I'm one. So is
Well
Benson
done.
one
I think
for
I'm one of
some
the only
woman in
few
purple.
people, whatever,
There were
that doesn't
3 at
actually
start
really
with,
mind that she's
brothers
so
or something.
cookie. I kind of
It's
like
just
it in a way.
name, yeah?
Every group needs like a
Friends
village
apart
idiot.
something while they
Yeah,
stick
exactly.
to nobles they hate. So here,
Every
in
village
your
needs an
face,
idiot. I
I'm
think that's
Sarah.
better.
The friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help
I mean,
you.
they kind of already have
Plus
one. I mean, look at you.
Yeah.
Look at that mustache, to be honest.
The Inquisition
Yeah.
already has friends in high places. Can you add to that prestige?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Step down, you've got big lords with big purses like the shit we killed. Or was he one of the endless arse-lickers who follow? Doesn't matter. His grand plan was ruined by scrap torn from his desk and a red sock. By someone who couldn't read it. So no, I'm not Lord Poncyfart or Ruffled. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Join. No questions asked. Just
Can
join.
use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Actually, after this conversation, you can loot all of the pants that you stole and sell them. Which is pretty hilarious.
Where are they?
I just saw you pick them up.
Okay, too many breaches is the pants.
Yeah,
then.
that's it. That's it.
Okay. Oh, I need to actually go over here to the world map. Okay.
Yeah, some zones you actually need to walk out of.
Well, time to go for the next quest. AKM grabbing the next person.
Yep. And this one really is just a whole cutscene, that's it. So it's pretty easy. You can't really fuck it up. I'm sure you'll try, but...
Yes. I do not accept you into the Inquisition. Riddle, for fuck's sake!
I mean, this is one of the characters that I wouldn't be too surprised if you didn't. But to be honest, you just want to get all the companions anyway, because you can't have, that's why.
Representing
True.
the Inquisition.
I like that you walk into this really fancy ball gown in literally dirt and with a bow on your back.
Always the same crowd.
Oh,
You're not even wearing clothes, you're just painting over your body.
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here
Which,
on
yeah, I
business?
guess is a viable
I have
way
heard
to
the
clothe
most
yourself in
curious tales of you.
riddles.
I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Yeah.
Riddleton, riddle.
It's all true.
Everything you've heard, completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit.
Big shit.
Washed up sisters and crazed seekers.
Yes,
no one
this
can
guy.
take them seriously.
What a cunt.
Everyone knows
Love
it's
him.
just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I was chosen by Andraste herself to carry out the Maker's will.
You dare to speak of the Maker's will, with foul magic dripping from your hands. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Okay then.
You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Oh.
He insulted my honor. I want him dead.
And this, Marquis, is why one must always be courteous.
Why
to
I
one's
know
fellow
you'd go
guests.
for that option.
Because he was a cunt. I like her already.
Someone be a dear and clean this mess
Yeah,
up.
she is pretty
You can't have him
brutal.
cluttering up the dance floor.
She doesn't really give a single
I'm
fuck about
delighted you
anyone,
could
which I
attend
guess
this
you've got in
gathering.
common.
I've so wanted to meet you.
So I could fuck it up by literally not letting someone get killed.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard.
I mean, that wasn't
and
necessarily
enchantress
a
to the
fuck up.
Imperial Court.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry is in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened
dying.
people. As the
good.
leader of the last
As
loyal
usual.
mages of Thedas,
Always.
I feel it only right that I
Always
lend my
dying.
assistance to your cause.
Always dying.
Oh my.
There is
You're
a
interested
flirt
in the
option with her,
Inquisition,
and
Madame
yes,
de
you are
Fer,
going to
or
be
is it more
heavily
personal?
denied.
Aren't you charming?
Because she's not actually a romance
It's
option.
professional, of course.
Still wanted to do it. Welcome aboard.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Why did I accept her? Because
Why
she
not?
was... Because she literally just... I told her to just kill that twat, and she did.
Yeah, no, she's very obedient.
Yeah. I like murder parties like that.
She's also a Knight Enchanter, which is my favorite mage class, because their main ability is to literally summon a sword made out of sheer fucking light and slap enemies in the face with it. Like, you can turn a mage class into like a melee class, which I think is fucking amazing.
Nice.
You've got melee skills, and then you've got range skills, so you're useful in every situation. And they also can't die if you spec them right, because they're overpowered. Who knows? Overpowered classes in Dragon Age? No, impossible.
Always impossible.
Made the first step in our special livery. Let's see how this looks.
Oh no.
Basically put our names on the side. Pretty straightforward things. I am worried that this might be a pretty big livery. Hang on that.
I'm back in Haven, actually.
Yay. I do believe that right now you can actually talk to Cullen as well, which is right by those tents where you usually find Cassandra. Because usually he was inside and you can actually talk to him, but now I think you can.
Oh, that's outside of here still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's someone here. Someone extra at least. Yep, he is.
Yeah, he's usually standing there.
You there. There's a shield in your hand.
Obviously,
Walk
once
with
you
it.
get to the other
If this man
place,
were your enemy, you'd be
everyone
dead.
will be basically in their
Lieutenant,
own news
don't
place,
hold
so you need
back.
to kind of find where they are.
Recruits must prepare for a real
But it's
Yeah.
always
lot of
worth
practice.
talking to all of them, because they each
Yes,
eventually have
Commander.
like their own little like quest lines and storylines and shit,
We've received
which
a
have
number
like
of recruits.
one of two
Locals
endings, a
from
good one and a
Haven,
bad
some
one. So you can fuck them
None
over
made
if you want
quite the
to.
entrance you did.
Ooh.
So if there's a character you really dislike, you can really fuck them
At
up.
least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited
You
to the
can even do that
Inquisition
with some of the
in Kirkwall
advisors, like
myself.
Liliana. You can either
There
make
during
her
the
more
major uprising.
caring to
I saw
people, or
firsthand the
more
devastation
brutal,
caused.
depending on what you want.
Cassandra sought
And it'll
a
change her
solution.
entire personality
She
down the
offered me a
line.
position I left the
Well
Templars
then.
to join her cause.
Now it seems
And I think you can talk to her by where those requisitions are. There's another tent where she's usually hiding in.
It will work, I'm sure of it. Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
I hadn't planned on it, no.
Then I shall spare you. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Did I come there for a lecture?
But any idea who you're going to romance down the line? You don't really have two options, to be honest.
I'm first going for the first one. What was her name called again?
Xander?
Yeah, that one.
I mean, it's a fitting name, I guess. You do Xander a lot in the stories as well.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
I think I've never actually romanced her on any of my characters. Ever,
When will
actually.
you be able to get us the crafting supplies we need? Nice work with those supplies. The smiths
I
can use
think
them
it
to
kind of
our
like
troops if they're
contractually
Might not affect you
inclined
much,
to romance
but our
Josephine,
recruits will
just
have
because
better
either the real
chances
Josephine will
time
kill
some
me if I don't.
monster flies out of a rift.
If I have material for a
Yeah.
special order...
And also, I don't know why, but I just don't... Like, I like Cassandra as a character, but I'm just absolutely not at all, like, interested in her at all. In, like, a romantic way, because I just don't find her that appealing.
Farewell.
To me, she looks like a angry 40-year-old lady. Mostly because, you know, her character design is kind of older looking. And then her voice actor is kind of... Not, I wouldn't say necessarily older looking, but her accent really does make it sound that way. She has a pretty strong accent, as I'm sure you've noticed.
Yeah. Right. I got one more power.
And funnily enough, she's also a character in Dragon Age 2.
It's good you've returned.
Dragon Age 2 is kind of... You don't necessarily play out the story like... Normally, you play out the story as it's being told to her by Varric. Like Varric is telling her the story and you're playing it out. Which is also why she and Varric don't get along in this game at all.
Good to know.
Do we? Lord Seeker
But it is going to be
not the
interesting
man
to see
I
it
remember.
if you play Dragon Age 2 and even 1, because there's a lot of references to 1 and 2 that you probably would have you probably overlooked by now. You don't notice them because you don't play the games.
I'm certain
Yeah.
everyone in the
It's not necessary to play them at all. You can play this game without any backstory. But you know, all those cute little references, they do help.
More united.
Yeah,
Could be
true.
10 times worse.
Okay, Templars or Mages?
I mean, this is not where you make the choice, but it is. You are eventually going to be the one that makes the choice anyway.
I can at least find out what the
I'd say
mages
it's
want.
mostly up to
No
you.
doubt what they've always
I've already
wanted.
selected Mages down.
Support for their cause.
Yeah.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be
Mages, I think going
They
with the
are
mages is like
powerful,
the canon way of
but
doing
more
things.
desperate than you
It's like
realize.
the normal story way.
So it'll be dangerous.
Because the game
I've been in danger
heavily
since I walked out of the
steers you towards the mages.
Some among the rebel mages
Like
were
the
responsible
Templars
for
are
what
basically
happened at
assholes right off the get-go.
The same
And
could
the
be said
the
about the
mages
Templars.
immediately will come towards you with an invitation and shit, and you've already got their quest started. And Templars on the war table, you'll see like you've got two story missions, one for the Templars, one for the mages. The Templar one will ultimately already be available without like any like prerequisite. And the mages ones, you actually need to go over to Redcliffe, talk to the guy, have a little story thing going on, and then you get the option. So you'll see that the mages route is far more developed, and probably like the intended route.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't even
True.
consider the idea they're
You can
involved
go
in all
with the
this, but
Templars anyway, like in another playthrough, without really sacrificing quality of the story or anything, because the missions are both pretty
So you're
goddamn
telling me
cool.
this because...
And obviously
The
it does
others
change
have
the rest of the game
disregarded my
quite drastically.
but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago,
which is always
my
pretty
agents
neat.
in the hinterlands heard news of a grey
This
warden
game is
by
one
the
of the
name
few
of
games that
Raptr.
actually has a lot of
If you have the
replayability because of all the options that you've
please
got.
seek him out.
And because they all tie
Perhaps
together
you
with
can put my mind
different
at
games,
ease.
like the entire franchise has a lot of
Then there
replayability
may
just
be
because
more
of
going
that.
on than we thought.
Which I think is ultimately a pretty goddamn clever move by BioWare.
True. Right here on the left. Because I want to do this thing called turn-in research.
If you find anything, please bring it in.
Yes, Ambassador?
Josie wants to talk to me. Oh no.
Oh no.
The call of Andraste operation completed, okay. Certainly, I guess.
What would you like to know?
I'd like to dispatch a courier asking the bands of House Trevelyan to align themselves with us. What are your thoughts? Should we approach your family for their formal support of the Inquisition?
Sure, let my family in on this.
Want, I'll send a letter to my family.
I don't care.
The request if it comes from me.
Wonderful. That
Ah, yeah, Riddle and family. Those go great together.
It gives the Inquisition some legitimacy, although not so much as we'd hoped.
Why not?
You are from Ostwick. Orlesian nobles consider the free marches somewhat quaint.
It's no concern of mine what Valreo's court thinks.
Do not take this lightly. Their displeasure could do more harm than the breach. Speaking of displeasure, I hope you don't find this place too rustic. The accommodations in Haven are surely rough for someone of your birth.
Having a few leagues of ice between
I'm gonna
whoever
have to
wishes
go
me
for voice reasons and shutty fucky uppy reasons.
Chancellor
I'm getting that, yeah.
Well, what time tomorrow do you think you'll actually awaken from your slumber?
Somewhere before noon at least.
Noon?
Yeah, noon I should be awake already at least.
Oh, alright.
But it really just also depends on like how long it takes before this is edited and such. Like, I know pretty much right after this I'll already be doing the uploads.
Yeah, well, fair enough then. Just there is one thing we need to do before we actually even do the training, which is something you're gonna want, trust me. It's basically installing a mod onto DCS. It's that simple. But it overhauls the F-14's top cockpit to have all the text that you need to read be a little bit sharper and bigger for in VR. Because the Tomcat in general has a very high resolution cockpit, and there's a lot of buttons, a lot of switches, because a lot of it is analog. But those buttons, they aren't exactly like, they're labels, but reading them with the VR resolution is pretty difficult.
Let us begin.
So this mod will reduce the cockpit textures in general for you, so you've got more performance, and it'll make it a lot easier to actually read what these buttons are. Which giant help that.
Yeah. Alright, so never run away. That's already a good thing.
Alright.
I need to empty out my pockets.
Anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Alright. Talk to you tomorrow.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Yeah, give it a message.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
We'll consider your offer.
I appreciate it. We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Sure. Yeah. There we go. So in about 25 minutes we're pretty much at the end. Also, I was going to do like the shopping thing, but apparently I decided not to. Which for now is okay. Loading. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put both this and Andromeda on the C drive.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Sure. Trying to is a little bit easier. Possibly go up here and then around, I suppose. There's a lot of the school things here as well.
So, set up camp or keep moving?
Set up camp.
Nothing to report, sir.
I think a place to go to always helps. There we go. It doesn't help that I'm the only one that is here. Alright, good. Good. Like, you don't want to hear. It's all fine. Ah. Can actually claim this now as well. Nice. Okay. Please be mine. There you are.
Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall. Warden Blackwall.
You're not... How do you know my name? Who said... Ah! That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come! Hold the wall, men. Make them come to me! You're dead, bastard! Dead! I wasn't here to fight. Stop and think.
Okay.
Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves.
Yeah, I found him.
You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I know your name because I'm an agent of the Inquisition. I'm investigating whether the disappearance of Wardens has anything to do with the murder of the Divine.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
I'm not here to accuse, not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead. And
I have a little question about like a very certain location.
Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall, but this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment.
There's a location on the map, I'll show it in a second.
Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a Warden. Maybe you need me.
Yes, join.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This Warden walks with the Inquisition.
Good. Okay, so this is landmark right here. It's on top of like a hill with some kind of castle. How the fuck do you get there? I've already gone through this thing here.
Good view of the King's Road.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering where exactly. Like, I'm already a hefty amount up, luckily. Like, I want to get to the landmark. Actually, I think that's the building already. Found it. Doing the way I did was the right way. Alright, rift closed.
Our people.
You say that everywhere.
It is more true than you want. Believe.
I bet, right? Who wants to think about stepping on dead elves?
Din Elven Emahin.
Yeah, you felt that one.
Right, good. Fast travel to here. I can set tower. I can put the tower down. I can move further. Put the second tower down. Probably get those 4 objects. And that should be then done with the hour. And of course I'll go back to really quickly set up more locations in that sense. In inventory management I'll do like at the start of the next hour, which will be something like tomorrow. After the training. There we go. And once I'm around level 10 I suppose, I'll come back for the things that are here. There's a quite a commotion going on here. That's a shard. So the first thing here should be a shard. Thanks for appearing right there. Good. I will level it up, by the way. So once I have the next shards, we need to actually set up the next thing as well for my level. Next skill in that sense. This one was supposed to be like in or next to the house. They're already level 5. Come on. Nice, your inventory is full. Get up, you bitch. Back to Haven for now, please. That's all I can do for now. Maybe more difficult. Eh. Not too difficult. It's only speculation. But I'm getting the hang of it at least. Can't wait till I actually continue on. I still have to actually do the same with, which game is it called again? The Witcher 3. Which now that Skyrim is over, it should be a lot easier to actually record that as well. Well, Skyrim is over for at least some time. There we go. I want to at least set up like the new missions. And then I mean like send the cunts in for new missions. Because they should all be back at this point. Yeah, Black was something here, but that's also not for now.
Maker, though the darkness comes upon me,
I will take these injury reports and search in the nave.
If you're not using them later, Segrit is willing to pay.
There we go.
I don't feel comfortable letting parts from demons be available for
Also, I have one more skill point I need to add, so... In just a minute, I want to very quickly do that as well. Board ready. Got it going, the only one still in progress. Sure.
To work?
Let's see what we have.
That should be all in this thing. Nice. I'm not even sure what to get. Think if you're here, then I need some help with this last point that I have to spend on, well, want to spend on something. I want to go right, not left. I guess that's all I can do.